Hola and welcome to day 3 of the first preliminary regatta of the 37th America's Cup from Vilanova y la Geltrú, Spain. Yes, it's finals day. The regatta's seen the sailing skills of the 6 teams severely tested, but it's also seen the underdog become the top dog. Orient Express Racing pulled off an emotional win in race 1, but now they've become the hunted, and Emirates Team New Zealand have proven they're dangerous in challenging conditions. But with 4 races scheduled for the day and the wind rising, nobody is really safe. The dance to the match race final is about to get underway. I'm Stephen McIver. Joining me in commentary, Glenn Ashby, Peter Lester and Hannah Mills. Let's head to the water.
Okay, so we've got 33 seconds to go and we've got 5 of the 6 boats here on the right-hand side jostling to come in on starboard approach, all trying to get their final manoeuvre perfectly to line up. And we've got Orient Express Racing out on the left. They look like they're going to go potentially for a port tack start. So we've got Ineos Britannia followed by Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli coming in. Orient Express coming in from the left. We've got 10 seconds to go and everyone's lined up pretty nicely here. We've got the French ducking the fleet. Ineos Britannia leading on the left. Looks like they're going to get the best of starts. Brilliant start from Ineos Britannia there.
Away and racing, and the full fleet are a go on the first upwind leg in race number 3 of this preliminary regatta.
Yeah, the middle of the line looked nice with Ineos Britannia just slightly bow forward, and I like the look of American Magic up towards the windward end. Emirates Team New Zealand thin on the hip of the Americans.
Yeah, looks like we might have had a little shift in the breeze because all the boats are kind of opting to tack before they get to that boundary and come back on port tack.
We're looking at the advantage line there as the French come back towards the pack. Ben Ainsley, Ineos having to dip, so they come round behind the French. Immediately ahead there of that group, we've got Alinghi, and then far on the left, it is American Magic who got that beautiful start.
American Magic have made a nice game by just splitting away slightly from the rest of the fleet, going a little bit further left, and now, yeah, some good gains to them.
American Magic forced Emirates Team New Zealand to tack away. They put one right on their face. New Zealanders immediately rolled out of there.
So we're coming into the top quarter of this first upwind leg. We've got American Magic just ahead of Emirates Team New Zealand there, followed by Alinghi Red Bull Racing also in the top. And we've got a good split at the top here.
He's racing up now. They've gone. Okay. Alinghi are going to tack on the right ley line here. There's a chance we make this, but you're called. Let's try thinking lane.
Yeah, New Zealand trying to lay that top mark. They're pinching up. If they can lay the top mark, that'll be a beautiful ley line for Emirates Team New Zealand.
And Emirates Team New Zealand on the first leg. Round the top mark first. Sitting behind them, Alinghi Red Bull Racing.
This cross, as we look at a cross, USA coming back on starboard.
We'll just got real low globally. Well, they're going to try and go one for a left, aren't they?
Emirates Team New Zealand now jibing. They'll be very close to ley line, to the bottom mark. That'll be the bottom mark gate, so leg 2. Still showing a pretty solid advantage over American Magic.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see here what Emirates Team New Zealand do, whether they opt to jibe, which it looks like they're just doing. They're opting to jibe to take probably the same gate as American Magic and potentially defend from American Magic.
2 legs completed by Emirates Team New Zealand in these One Design 8040s, and they round the bottom mark for the first time and remain in the lead as they are followed around by American Magic.
We want to take this lead down for 2 for a right. Sorry, 2 for a left. It's about 5 more seconds. It's a reasonable lead here. 3, 2, 1, fire.
So we're just hearing Nathan Outridge. They're talking about hitting them. It means they want to position themselves to tack right in the face and give maximum dirty wind, so messed up wind turbulence to the boat behind, American Magic.
In the top third of the course now, Emirates Team New Zealand just keeping in phase with American Magic. Both boats on starboard. American Magic now tacking. They'll have one tack into the top mark from that position. Emirates Team New Zealand will be thinking about ley line.
Yeah, American Magic, they're just doing a little bit of a defensive manoeuvre on Alinghi Red Bull Racing, who are not too far behind them, to getting themselves in phase with their closest rival, Alinghi Red Bull Racing. So we've got we've got Emirates Team New Zealand around first. We've got American Magic coming in to get the split at the top. They take the left turn gate, so they'll be going down the opposite side of the racecourse.
New Zealanders had a very good upwind leg. They extended their lead.
Coming out with that. Great pressure here, right pressure. Still happy to go right though. Yeah, they're following 2, 1, and all the way up.
New Zealand have done a good job of shutting down the second boat, that's American Magic, just by preempting what gate the trailing boat wants to take, and then putting in quite a late jibe in terms of the bottom of the course to keep in phase. They have sailed a really tight race, almost like a match race against American Magic after they got that lead change up, leg one, and really kept in phase with the boat behind and controlled the action.
Emirates Team New Zealand approaching the top mark for the final time. About to complete leg number 5 of 6. They haven't been headed in this race so far.
Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli coming in on port. Is going to be pretty close between Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli here and Alinghi Red Bull Racing, but Luna Rossa on port, so they're gonna tack in below Alinghi Red Bull Racing. Can they make the tack stick? American Magic, they're just going around that top mark, following Emirates Team New Zealand, and Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli just making the tack stick, but getting hunted down by Alinghi Red Bull Racing.
So a nice little dance around the top gate by Alinghi Red Bull Racing and Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli. Emirates Team in New Zealand about to complete win number 2 of this weekend regatta. Job done, maximum points, 10 points for Emirates Team New Zealand, and they will be followed home by American Magic.
Pete, big moment, top mark, lead change. What was that setup all about?
Yeah, well, we were thinking about 2 tacking up, and then they went, we thought we might have an opportunity to get through to Lord. Obviously got strong, and the rest was history.
So a dominant performance by Emirates Team New Zealand. We'll take a quick break as the teams reset for race 4. Welcome back. Emirates Team New Zealand have extended their lead to 23 points, but this is still anyone's regatta. So let's head to the water for some more heart-pounding, high-speed racing. Blue skies, sunshine, and plenty of racing for race number 4. And the first preliminary regatta of the 37th America's Cup.
Yeah, the boat's just coming across to the right-hand side in the start box now. They're going to do one more manoeuvre to get back onto starboard and jostle for that final approach to the start.
Boat setting up to try and get clear air. All the boats are over on the right-hand side. More of a conventional type setup with the boats being behind the line and then doing their time on distance run back to the line, with coming up to 16 seconds to go. Who's got the clear air? Who's got their time on distance right? In come the fleet. They're closely bunched together. Emirates Team New Zealand coming down underneath American Magic, looking for clear air. Getting out of the vortex is so important. Coming up to the start, up go the bows. The boats are pretty well bowed. Beautiful start in the middle of the line by American Magic.
Oh, it is game on between American Magic and Emirates Team New Zealand. A mini rivalry
Clear
already
start,
in the second race of the day. Confirmation, clear start on race number 4.
Yeah, American Magic, they're just getting the better of Emirates Team New Zealand off that start, forcing them to tack away onto port and go to the right-hand side of the course. But it's going to be interesting here. We've got 3 boats coming back on port, 3 boats coming back on starboard, but it looks to me like the boats on the left potentially just getting a little bit of a better shift. Oh, slam dunk by Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli on Emirates Team New Zealand, forcing them again to have to tack away. The elbows are certainly out today, aren't they? There's no one giving an inch, and it's great for us to see.
American Magic with the late tack. in front of the rest of the fleet, and they'll go around that right-hand marker and top the first gate in the lead in race number 4. Strong sailing by the Americans, followed around by Elingi Red Bull Racing. Then comes Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli.
What a top mark rounding. 4, 5 of the boats all within 20 seconds of each other going around that mark. Absolutely incredible scenes.
As they charge down on leg 2, American Magic roll in. Then there's Simo Jives, the group behind, with Elingi Red Bull Racing wanting to keep their air clear of this group behind them, with Orient Express also in the cavalcade as now they roar back towards the right-hand side.
Yeah, and if you're on board American Magic right now, you're feeling pretty comfortable with most of the fleet. Not too far behind, but just about within your control.
American Magic will round the top gate in the lead of race number 4 in this preliminary regatta. Remember, points are at a premium. We have American Magic sitting on 14 points, just ahead of the Italians, but in front of those two, Orient Express Racing on 17. So they need maximum points to stay in the hunt as Elingi Red Bull Racing round the bottom mark and head up for leg number 3.
Yeah, Elingi Red Bull Racing split the course with Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli going around the opposite mark, followed by Orient Express Racing. And coming in not too far behind, Emirates Team New Zealand hot on their heels. This chasing pack, it's really tight.
So American Magic have completed half the course. Can head on down for leg number 4 in race number 4 of this preliminary regatta. And look who's behind them, Elingi Red Bull Racing. Arno Sarafagis on starboard helm, Maxime Bachelon on port helm. They will be loving this, lapping it up as Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli go around the left-hand mark and cross and head down for leg 4. Orient Express Racing also heading down, as are Emirates Team New Zealand, who are leading the regatta at the moment, but the pressure is on to get points.
Race committee, we are moving the windward gate. Course length is now 1.1 nautical miles.
American Magic now coming down to the bottom mark here. Elingi Red Bull Racing, I think, really have to work hard to hold off Orient Express Racing. So that's really the battle. I think American Magic are gone, but the racing's really just behind them.
So American Magic are still in the lead in race number 4. They haven't been headed since the start of the race and rounding the top mark. Upwind on leg number 5.
Emirates Team New Zealand have made up a spot there. They crossed on starboard. They'll go through the gates pretty well locked together, even.
Yeah, really tough mark rounding there for Orient Express Racing. They had to do a big manoeuvre. They were on port. Emirates Team New Zealand on starboard. They had to dip behind them.
On board, Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli. We have one more leg to go, and it's American Magic rounding the top mark for the last time and heading home in race number 4 and looking to bag that valuable 10 points in this first preliminary regatta of the 37th America's Cup. Emirates Team New Zealand sitting in position 5. They currently lead the ladder, but they have a long way to go and they need points.
And it looks pretty tight here between Emirates Team New Zealand and Orient Express Racing.
Yeah, they're the two boats that are the closest together. New Zealand are not on ley line. So that'll be one more. Oh, they're able to squirt it. So Emirates Team New Zealand had enough to dip the French and then make the mark. That is a position change for New Zealand.
Big moment for Emirates Team New Zealand. One might say gutsy moment or smart moment.
Yeah, my heart was in my mouth there. That big dip and then that big squeeze up to make the mark. We've seen in some of the racing those types of manoeuvres, the boats falling off the foils, but what an execution.
American Magic get the win in race number 4 of this first preliminary regatta here in Vilanova, Geltrú in Spain, and they've bagged top points. That's 10 big points for American Magic. That was a monster play by American Magic. They jumped to second place on the leaderboard, but with one fleet race to go, it's still wide open.
This is the umpires. Boundary penalty, Italy. Boundary penalty, Italy.
Alinghi is off the foils. That could be a big mistake.
So we got 26 seconds to go here. Alinghi Red Bull Racing have some problems. They've come off the foils. I think there might be something wrong on them, but with 20 seconds to go, American Magic, Emirates Team New Zealand lining up on starboard, the rest of the fleet lining up on port. Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli are going to have to dip behind these two boats for sure. It looks like Ineos Britannia are following. With 5 seconds to go, we've got Emirates Team New Zealand, American Magic on starboard. They're going to cross the line first, and what a start. Hit the line. B of the bang for Emirates Team New Zealand.
Cracking start for Emirates Team New Zealand and American Magic. Remembering, Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli had to start behind the fleet. Did they do it correctly? We'll soon find out, but there's real problems for Alinghi Red Bull Racing.
Yeah, Alinghi Red Bull Racing off the foils. That's a shame, but more importantly, already the match racing has started. American Magic wanted to get straight back into the action with Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli because, of course, the top two boats go through.
Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli in a really tough spot there with Ineos Britannia and American Magic right on their air.
I think what we're seeing here is the effect of that penalty on Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli, and American Magic reacted to that instantly, saying, we're looking at the end game, we're looking at the match race, shut down Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli. With Alinghi in trouble, we're in the main game later in the day. Really smart thinking.
Big dip there by Ineos Britannia. They were on port, they were the giveaway boat. They had to dip behind American Magic and Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli. Coming back on starboard, Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli in a pretty tough lane there.
Emirates, meanwhile, top mark, first time. Emirates Team New Zealand, beautiful start. They had no boats around them. They lead at Mark 1.
Around come Orient Express Racing. They go on an opposite tack to American Magic, and they are both heading down. And here comes Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli.
And turning. All yours.
Emirates Team New Zealand now have jibed. They came right over to the boundary. They pushed that boundary really hard to open up the runway to do a long starboard, which then should set them up almost for the bottom mark approach.
And we're just seeing Emirates Team New Zealand here, just keeping in touch with American Magic, just not letting them get any separation and any gauge, and that's really important at this point of the race.
Let's stay on board American Magic. They're hunting down Emirates Team New Zealand. Oh, troubles for Emirates Team New Zealand. They've touched down.
Oh, that is a huge moment in this race. Emirates Team New Zealand off the foils. They didn't stick that jibe, and American Magic went a little bit further, stayed up on the foils through that jibe, and that's a lead change.
Huge lead change. Here it goes, Pete.
Well, the boat just... There was ventilation on the rudder, and Emirates Team New Zealand, that's what can happen with these boats in the chop. The New Zealanders did a poor jibe, and now they fall behind the pack. In the meantime, American Magic take the lead.
American Magic coming down here now. Really important jibe for them. This is a real tricky one for them. The waves behind. This is a tricky jibe to do. So watching American Magic, all the boats jibing onto the starboard here, need to pull this off. So keep your eyes peeled.
So defensive move here by American Magic, putting in an extra jibe to make sure that they are following or leading Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli around this mark, and great defensive sailing there.
American Magic will be taking great satisfaction in making sure they're looking in their rear view mirrors at the other boats out on the course. And breezes dropped just a little bit, shifted to the right probably about 10-12 degrees, and I think American Magic sort of picked up a little righty there. They're sailing the boat really nicely. They're not pushing too hard, but they're pushing at sort of 95%, not risking operating at that 100% margin where you can have an unforced error. So they're sailing the boat really well.
Team New Zealand steaming in to their top mark.
They are steaming into that top mark. All three of them neck and neck and neck, and it's going to be fascinating to see. Orient Express Racing had to put a tack in, Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli have to put a tack in, and Emirates Team New Zealand charging through to leeward, and looks like they've overtaken.
Great comeback by Emirates Team New Zealand.
They were in top gear and flying.
They were ripping coming into that top mark. What I really like about Emirates Team New Zealand in this race, they had that touchdown, but it was calm on board. Nobody panicked. It was stay patient, stay in the race, wait for that passing opportunity, and they've done it.
Oh, they've touched down again.
Put the kiss of death on them, and they've touched down again.
I think it was the commentator's curse, but they've managed to dig themselves out of the hole, and after making that fantastic passing manoeuvre with that little right shift that we were seeing coming down the course, well back in the game, but nearly threw it away all again, but had just enough pace on that the foils were able to lift the boat back out of the water again, and they had enough power in the sails to dig themselves out of the hole.
American Magic come home and they make it 2 from 2. They go back-to-back, win races 4 and 5, and they charge into the match race final in the inaugural preliminary regatta for the 37th America's Cup.
Emirates Team New Zealand had an eventful race, but they come over the line to take second with all that went on.
So will it be Emirates Team New Zealand or American Magic steering their way to the top of the podium? We'll be back with the final after the break. The battle for glory is on. It's time to go hard or go home. There can only be one winner. Will it be American Magic or Emirates Team New Zealand?
This is the race committee. Welcome to the match race final. The course is course 6. Course 6. Good luck.
This is the umpires. New Zealand penalty, boundary penalty.
Wow, just ahead of a match race final, and you get a boundary penalty. Ouch.
So that means Emirates Team New Zealand have to start behind, and they've touched down. So the wind is collapsing, so Emirates Team New Zealand already are committed to start behind American Magic. But the issue they've got is getting the boat back up on the foils.
Yeah, frustrating moments there on board Emirates Team New Zealand, falling off the foils at this crucial moment.
So the New Zealanders now no end of pain because they have not entered correctly because of being off the foils.
Penalty both, right, Craig?
Oh, American Magic have also touched down.
So it's all go ahead of the start.
The race is away. American Magic have started. Emirates Team New Zealand now 2 penalties owing.
Glenn, what are we seeing on the water? Have we got any more breeze filling down? It feels like it might be a race to get up on the foils here.
Definitely a race to get back up on the foils here. The breeze has unfortunately just dropped away. It's been dropping over the last sort of 10 or 15 minutes. Big right shift as well. So it's very, very light out here, and such a shame for these two top teams, after sailing a really, really brilliant, fleet racing series, to have the breeze drop away like this is quite frustrating and brutal.
So we've got a 10-minute time limit to get to the top mark to keep this race alive for American Magic. It's going to be pretty tough.
Yeah, the course length was 0.9 of a nautical mile. But in this configuration, the boats are not really going anywhere.
This is the race committee. Unfortunately, we don't have enough wind to complete the match race final, so racing has concluded for the day. Thank you for your participation this weekend. Race committee out.
That boat and that team that you see on screen will take out the inaugural preliminary regatta on the back of 2 big wins in the final fleet races. American Magic are your champions here in Vilanova, Geltrú, and look what that means to the team. Man, that was Riley Gibbs slapping Tom Slingsby on the back, and Paul Goodison and Michael Manager are on point. Look what this means. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, these guys are stoked to come away with the win. I think, Emirates Team New Zealand had a target on their back this weekend, and for these guys to come out and beat them, I think, real bounce for American Magic.
Winners. Congrats to American Magic, and thanks to Ian Mel, race committee team, and also Richard, his team as well, for putting on such a great event.
Sadly, the weather wouldn't play ball. With no breeze, there was no racing. Points decided the winner of this regatta. the champagne bottle was handed to American Magic. They are the official winners of the first AC37 preliminary regatta. But there's more racing to come, and we'll be back in December when the teams battle it out in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia in the next regatta.